So, very warm welcome to Tyson Seburn,
Thank you very much.
if I pronounce this correctly.
Yes. It's only been 5-10 years. Yeah.
um, what brings you to IATEFL this year?
Well, one of the reasons I come to IATEFL these days is because I'm part of the Teacher Development SIG, and as a joint coordinator this year, I have a little bit more responsibility than I did in previous times I've come to IATEFL. But aside from that, I'm really just interested in the conference itself, and I get to see people like yourself and lots of my PLN that I've known over the last decade or so.
And those who do not know you very well, which a lot of the people do, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're located?
So I work at the University of Toronto, in Toronto, of course, and I've done that for about the last decade. And so my focus largely is EAP, in particular reading and writing in EAP, so how to evaluate things critically. So that is mostly what I do professionally for paid work. And then on top of that, I'm particularly interested in teacher development and identity. So that brought me into the Teacher Development SIG, and that is sort of where I'm focused on in my volunteer work.
Fantastic. And could you tell us a little bit about your calendar?
Right.
Everybody loves it. And
Yes. So on 4c.ca, for about the last 4 years, I've been running the ELT event calendar. And the reason why I started it was because I was looking around for one place that had a list of all the different events and webinars and so on, but there didn't seem to be a place like that. There was just a little bit here from this association, a little bit there for that association. So I decided to create a calendar on there, and much of the time I go around to different associations' websites and pull all the information on it myself, but there's a submission form as well. And so it has turned into some crowdsourcing as well, which has alleviated a little bit of the burden on myself. But you can go there and you can see almost, maybe not everything, but almost every calendar event in ELT in any continent, and webinars included. And most recently, the TD SIG decided that we would like to create a place where we can show all the calls for proposals for all of these as well, because that is something that I didn't put on to this calendar at the time. And so now when you submit something on that calendar and it has a calls for proposal, there's an extra space for a date, and that gets moved into a Google Sheet, which is displayed on TD SIG's website.
oh, that is brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes, thank you.
And is there anything else you'd like to share?
I think predominantly I really just want people to know that TD SIG is a growing SIG these days. And we have a lot of initiatives in TD SIG that are brand new and thematically placed. So we have an e-bulletin that is just for members that decides sort of a theme every couple of months. But then on top of that, we also have a new podcast that's based on that theme that comes out every couple of months. And we do a Facebook Live event about that theme as well every couple of months as well. And of course we have the Web Carnival and other things like that. So I think now's a great time to start getting involved in TD SIG if you're not.
Fantastic. And can you give us an example of such a theme?
So, well, right now the main theme is conference PD. So what do you get from conferences and why do you go to conferences? However, past themes have been keeping your mojo going.
Lovely.
Yeah, so how do you avoid teacher burnout, for example? Before that, it was like a comparison between new teachers and what their experience of teacher development might be versus mid-career teachers, and contrasting that with more experienced teachers. So we've brought in a range of different people to give some discussions, both on the podcast and then in the TD Live as well. And if you go to our website, you can find out pretty much what the next themes are for the next, I think all the way to August, actually.
And is there a SIG event at IATEFL this year?
We did have a SIG event for the PCE. We matched up with Leadership and Management SIG yesterday, and it was very successful. Lots of open space discussion about how or whether or not we can personalize teacher development rather than top down from management. and we'll have a write-up about that, I'm sure, so I don't want to give too much away, but it was a very successful event in my opinion, with ice cream even.
Lovely.
Yes, and then our showcase day is on Thursday.
Okay.
So we've got Sylvana Richardson, Gabrielle Maggioli, Tessa Woodward, Christian Tiplady, Donald Freeman, Colin McKenzie, a whole bunch of people on that day. So that's in the Cambridge room most of the day.
Thursday afternoon.
Thursday all day.
All day.
Yep.
Wow.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tyson, for joining us here at IATEFL, and all the best for Thursday as well.
Thank you so much.